Rum was the first spirit to be sold under a name. The colonists drank 12 million gallons of it every year, and Royal Navy sailors would mix it with lime juice to prevent scurvy. The English naval commander of the Royal Navy, Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson, died in the Battle of Trafalgar. He must have liked this drink so much that he asked that his body be put in a cask of rum before it was buried. The drink goes by many names, including Barbados Water, Kill Devil, Nelson's Blood, Pirate's Drink, Navy Heaters, and Demon Water, among others. Today we will discuss about the top 10 most expensive rum in the world. But before we start our countdown, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. 10. Rum Clement 1952 $1,200. Rum Clement 1952, which sells for $1,200 right now, is number 10 on our list of the most expensive rums. The 1991 bottle has a dark amber color. On the label of the bottle is a picture of Omer Clement. The wine was made in Martinique on the site of an old Creole sugarcane plantation. He was a doctor and the mayor of La Francois. As a racial socialist, he could see that people needed a lot of high-quality alcohol during World War I. He first bought Demande de l'Acajou, an old Creole sugarcane plantation, and then built a distillery right away. As a business owner, he was able to make some of the world's best rum. He gave the distillery to his son Charles when he died. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, as the saying goes, and in this case, it's a good thing. Charles carried on his father's tradition of making good alcohol. The Rum Clement 1952 is the oldest rum that was made at the original distillery before it was moved. 9. Havana Club Maximo Extra Añejo $1,360. The Havana Club Maximo Extra is thought to be one of the best rums ever made. It is made from a blend of rare and high-quality rums from Havana Club's large reserves, or cellars. It was made by Maestro del Ron Cubano Don Jose Navarro. The rum was distilled and put in bottles in the same way that Cuban rum has always been made. This process takes a long time and a lot of work, but it brings out the flavors of the best and oldest rum reserves in the end. You should know that this process only makes it possible to make 1,000 bottles of Havana Club Maximo Extra per year. 8. Ron Bacardi de Maestros de Ron, Vintage, 2012-$2,000. In 1862, Don Facundo Bacardi Masso bought a small distillery and turned it into Bacardi. Bacardi made a small amount of the Ron Bacardi de Maestros de Ron, Vintage, 2012 rum to celebrate 150 years of making high-quality alcohol. 8 master blenders worked together to make the Ron Bacardi de Maestros de Ron, Vintage, 2012. They used the best rums from Bacardi's Puerto Rican and Mexican blenders. When put together in cognac barrels that are 60 years old, the rum that comes out is full-bodied, rich, and has a hint of spice. It smells like raisins, sweet dried tropical fruit, dark chocolate, creme caramel, freshly ground coffee beans, prunes, dried pineapple, and a hint of smoky sandalwood. 7. 8-year-old Bacardi, Millennium Rum Atlanta Special Edition $2,779. The 8-year-old Bacardi Millennium Rum Atlanta Special Edition comes in a limited edition decanter made just for the Atlantic Resort on Paradise Island, Bahamas. The rum was aged for 8 years before it was bottled. It has a sweet, rich taste. It was made to mark the start of the new millennium. The rum wasn't in its original box because it was up for auction. There were 3,000 bottles made. A certificate of authenticity is included with the rum to show how much time, care, and testing were put into making sure customers got a real product. 6. Bacardi Superior Rum, Spain, Bot. 1940s $2,824. Facundo Bacardi was born in 1814 in Sitges, Catalonia. In 1830, he moved to Cuba. When he got there, rum was not a very good drink because it was made on the cheap. Facundo Bacardi set out to change this by trying out different ways to mix and make high-quality rum. After many tries, he finally found the right way to do it. To put it simply, he ran the rum through charcoal, which helped get rid of the bad stuff. After that, he put the rum in oak barrels and let it sit for a few years. This made the drink taste less harsh. 5. Original Royal Naval Rum Tot $3,000. The Royal Navy has been aging the original Royal Naval Rum Tot in stone flagons for the past 40 years. The last time it was served to British Royal Navy sailors was in July 1970, when the 300-year-old tradition of a daily rum ration ended. The day started when the morning watch rang 6 bells, which meant it was 11 a.m. During this time, the British Royal Navy ships stopped serving rum. Before the last auction of 1,000 bottles, the original Royal Naval rum tot was only served at royal weddings and state events. The romantic story of the legendary rum goes back 300 years. The standard amount of rum in an original Royal Naval rum tot is 1/8 of a pint. This is usually called overproof because it has more than 50% ABV. The rum smells like blackberries, oak, and dark chocolate. It smells a lot like the Pusser rum, but it smells much better. It has a great taste, and you can taste coffee, tobacco, oak, dark chocolate, coffee, blackberries, and blackberry. 4. 50-year-old Appleton Estate $6,630. Appleton Estate, which is 50 years old, came out in 2012 to mark Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence. The rum is rare because it is a limited edition. It has been aged in oak barrels for 50 years, giving it a rich flavor. The oak barrels were chosen by hand, and the 50-year-old Appleton Estate is thought to be the oldest rum ever to be sold. Jamaica's 50th anniversary of getting its independence was marked by giving out 800 bottles. You should know that the decision to bottle the 50-year-old Appleton Estate was made long before August 1962, when Jamaica got its independence from the British. The rum is of historic quality because master blenders use special ways to mix it. It tastes different because it has been blended for 50 years. It doesn't have too much tannin, which is good news. 3. Barbados Private Estate $1780-$10,667. In 1780, servants of Edward Lascelles, the first Earl of Harewood, made rum and put it in barrels. The rum was then shipped to the Earl's home in England, where it was put in bottles and put in the cellar. The rum was hidden for 231 years before it was found by David Lascelles, the 8th Earl of Harewood and a first cousin of Queen Elizabeth II. Because the rum had been aged for a long time, it was able to sell at auction for $10,667. When the rum was found in the cellar of the family mansion, it had mold and spider webs all over it. The servants had to clean the bottles for hours before they could be sold at auction. The bottles were made by hand, and the rum was sold at Christie's. At the time, it was one of the most expensive bottles of rum ever sold at auction. 2. Legacy by Angostura $25,000. Legacy by Angostura is the second most expensive rum in the world. It is a blend of 7 of the rarest and best rums. Every one of the rare and good rums has been aged for at least 17 years. They were chosen from a group of 80,000 barrels. When everything is mixed together, the final product, Legacy by Angostura, has some floral notes and tastes like bruised tropical fruits. It also has notes of honey, clove, vanilla, roasted coffee, and strong oak. The aftertaste is spicy and tastes of nuts and dried fruit. Legacy by Angostura comes in a crystal decanter that is based on an Art Deco design from the 1930s. The crystal decanter was made by a British jeweler named Asprey. The crystal decanter is finished off with a sterling silver top. It is shipped in a handmade wooden box that is lined with velvet and silk. 1. 1940s J. Ray and Nephew $54,000. The 1940s J. Ray and Nephew, which costs $54,000, is the most expensive rum on our list of the top 10 most expensive rums. J. Ray and Nephew began in Kingston, Jamaica, as the Shakespeare Tavern. In 1825, John Ray opened it. Over the next 50 years, the business grew steadily, becoming a successful business in the end. In 1860, Ray's nephew, Charles James Ward, joined the business. As an energetic and skilled businessman, he was able to change the company. Charles James Ward kept running the business after the founder died in 1870. This made it one of the best commercial businesses in Jamaica. The J. Ray and Nephew from the 1940s was distilled for 70 years before it was bottled and sold. Each bottle costs $54,000, and there are less than 4 of them left. These are the top 10 most expensive rum in the world. If you like the video, leave a comment and also subscribe our channel for more top 10 informative videos. Press the bell icon for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.